All right, so we're gonna unbox. I'm not too big on unboxing, but anyways, I kind of wanted to show you what was part of the Lawless Garage foot peg kit for the Sport Chief. And so we're gonna cover that real quick. Just kind of show you what came with the kit. It's a really nice kit. Powder coating is phenomenal. If you're looking at this, I would go ahead and grab it. It's very nice. Anyways, I'm not a paid person to do this. I just like seeing nice kits that are out there and nice pieces that can go on a bike. So anyways, all right, so we're back from the little intro that I put out there. We've got the passenger pegs here, and we've got our end pieces. They're really nice, powder coated. Nice job, beefy as hell. So if you should get in an accident, these things should protect you fairly well, or at least the bike. We got the front peg portion. Nice little emblem on there, Lawless. Very nice. These should look killer on the bike. Comes with the bolt kits, of course. You got your big bolt kits. These will be for your end pieces. We'll put those on fairly quickly. We've got the hardware for the actual install. The one thing that didn't come with it is how to install it, but it should be a no-brainer if you're mechanically inclined, but I'm just going to say that out loudly. So next we'll start putting this thing together and put it on the bike. All right, first we're going to take our sliders. And we're going to take the bigger bolts, put a little bit of blue Loctite on it, and go ahead and start those in there. This is a 3/8. All right, for the first thing we're going to need to do is install the sliders, or what I'm going to do is install the sliders onto the bars, and then I'm going to install them on the bike. What I did notice was using my Allen socket set, lower end one, that it wouldn't fit through the slider. And so what I have purchased in the past, and I'm not a salesman for Quinn or anything, but this was fairly cheap. I believe I got this at Harbor Freight. It's a pretty good kit. It's got longer throw, extension style Allen socket sets in them. And it's got the torque tips and also other small, tiny bits. So it's a pretty nice little kit. If I find one on Amazon, I'll put a link below for a similar kit. But anyways, I'm going to use the 3/8 long extension. This is probably like a 4-inch, and that will do what I need to do. Like I said, I'll take the bolt, put it through the slider, put a little blue Loctite on there. Whoa, it's a little excessive. Clean some of that up. You want to have the ability to take this off in the future, so use blue, don't use red. All right, so I'm just going to snug them up. You know, you do want to be able to have the ability to take these off. You want to change the colors or whatever you want to do. Or, you know, if you drop your bike, you scratch it. Now you have the ability to take it off, but it's not a monster to take this off, right? If you really want to get crazy, you could torque it to the correct torque spec. But for this, I'm just going to tighten it and snug it up. We'll continue this on the front bar and put it on the bike. All right, we're going to install the passenger foot pegs first. So basically, first you got to take off the cover. I'm using a 5mm Allen. Put this to the side. Next, we're going to take these two bolts out for the passenger peg. All right, put that to the side. Next, I'm going to put a little blue Loctite on the new bolts supplied. I'm going to use a 5/16 Allen socket. Place the foot peg up. And position the bolts in. Okay, the torque on the bolt is 35 foot-pounds. If you care to do this, most will just tighten it up. Okay, we're on. Next, we'll put back the cover on. Throw the bolts. And we'll tighten these up. All right, next I'm going to take this bracket off and move it out of the way so I can get better penetration to this bolt and be able to torque it. Okay, next I'll take the two bolts out. And remove the peg. All right, put my blue Loctite on my bolts. Put them in place. Get them started. Again, I'm using a 5/16 Allen. And I'll snug these up. And torque. All right, next we've come to the front of the bike. And we're going to go ahead and take these bolts out. These will be torqued later on to 44 foot-pounds. That's by the manual. So we'll remove this side. And we'll also remove this bolt here. And that will also be torqued to 44 foot-pound. All right, I'm using a 17 and a 15. And we'll remove this bolt out of here. All right, with the kit for this, you get one longer bolt, one shorter bolt, and I've already put blue Loctite on these. And you have the same on the opposite side, but you actually have a washer and a nut to finish up putting all this together. So, with that, basically raise your highway bar or whatever you want to call it, crash bar. Get that one started. Start the next one. Okay, we'll go to the other side, get that one in place. All right, next we'll get this side in place. Get the longer bolt through. All right, put the washer and the nut on. And after this, we'll start snugging everything up. The other side, snug it up. These are somewhat adjustable, meaning that I can move this forward or aft, but I'm going to keep it right there. Snug it up. At this point, once these are snug and tight, you could probably call it a day. I will torque his. Okay. All right, these are ball torqued to 44 foot-pound. All right, with that, I'm going to clean up. You guys don't need to see all that, but I just want to show you the finished product. Beautiful piece. All the way across. Even the foot pegs in the back, or crash pegs, or whatever you want to call these. But man, they look stellar on the bike. Easy kit to install. Definitely would pick them up from Lawless Garage. I'm not a advertisement salesman for them, but I do like their product. Really beefy. They look great. And just a nice piece all the way around. So, with that, we'll see you on the next one. And please subscribe, like, comment. If you don't like any of those comments or you find something wrong in the video, I'd love to see the comments. So, either way. Anyways. One last thing, I did find the 44 foot-pounds in the book, in the engine chapter. So if you want to check that out, or you feel maybe I was wrong on my torque spec, it does torque. But anyways, with all that, no matter what, I would at least make it good and tight. You'll be just fine with that, I'm sure. All right, later.